Hey, I'm Kev Mr. Cole. Welcome back to Monster Energy Supercross as Kev Hillman came off the back of a up and down event in Texas where he did much better in Minnesota. As here's Hightside revving up on the outside alongside Basil. As we get underway for the 4-minute heat race. Let's see if everyone runs right. Oh, there's a bit of commotion on the inside. Going into Hightside as he's getting knocked from side to side as well. Trying to go round the outside though. Oh, he's been hit. Just as he lands. So the advantage he normally gets on the open up is gone as Cooper Webb once again blocks him on this opening lap. And oh, someone is down. As Hightside is right near the back. Number top 4 make it through. He's got some work to do if he's going to finish up there. Just on the outskirts of the top 10 at the moment. Battling with his old friend Bussell. And Chad Reed as well. Oh no, he's got into the tough blocks. And that's the rejoin in 17th, it says. That's going to be further back, isn't it? He's going to be last in 20th. Goes through the final corner. Let's get a massive jump there. That's so sketchy with the 250s. Does someone lands on him at the AC? Good high side, he's knocked away his final brain cell. I don't know how he's functioning now. He's going around the outside of people for fun on this second lap. So maybe he's got some pace around us. Oh, he gets pushed wide by Baggett. That'll be about being the second best KTM maybe, or third best. There's, oh, Heisler goes right there into the crowd. But stays in the top 10. Just about. So here comes Van Martin. This time he doesn't launch himself way too far there. But where is 4th? That's what we need to look out for. In front. So this does a 54.5. Guessing that's decent. Even though he runs wide there. He's still catching up to Randy Lindsay and Johnny Taylor. In this row of riders. As we go to the second half of this heat race. Oh, he's down again, landing on someone. What is it about riders? Just being in the landing spot for Highside. As once again, he's just hitting tough blocks for fun. And just as it like he's making progress, he's down to 13th. Someone tries to land on him this time. Tries to go down the inside of Steger. Basil pushes him wide. This is another mess. Highside through to 11th. There's 10th and 9th. And the top 4 way ahead. He's going to have to go through in the semi-finals, isn't he? As he recreates himself with this Minnesota track, though. That's the good thing about this heat race. Very nice track. I would say not as good. There's a couple we've visited, particularly like Oakland. Or Phoenix with its massive jumps. There's a kind of a mix of jumps. He somehow lands that. Or stays upright. Despite not performing that well over these jumps. But has some good jumps here. Has some slow riders as well. What are they doing? They're just in formation. It's Jason Anderson. Is it? No, it's James Steger. He's just pushed Highside over the tough blocks, so he has to pick his bike up. Cooper Webb's struggling as well, down in 15th. So some big names not doing well here. And it seems like you just get attached to someone when you battle with them around here. As once again stuck on the tough blocks. And there goes down Cooper Webb, who tried to use Highside to get him round corners. And it's like he's got Lacey down in 15th, Jake Wyman 16th. Let's see Highside, that's a good jump there. But yeah, this track's got good flow once you get into it, but as you can see, it's pretty difficult to do that at times, particularly when you're battling people. It's pretty quick as well for the most part, just this end section where it kind of slows down. So you try and battle for 12. Into the final corner, stay down the inside. We saw that coming. If we tried to defend that, he probably would have wiped us out there. Don't want that on the final lap. Why are you going, Eyesight? Come on, God's sake. He's got to find his rhythm in the semi-final. He's got to stop battling people incredibly hard as well. It's like in some unorthodox lines, and it's like in the air as well. He's got to improve upon. So he had one good lap this race. All the others have been absolutely dreadful. He's got Blake Baggett's now down to 11th. As Ryan Dungey, of course, he wins the heat race. Wins it by a massive margin as well over Trent Conrad. Or Canard, should I say. Justin Brayton, hey, Chad Reed make it through. In the final spot, just ahead of Felix Joseph. There's some good battling at the end there from my side. And like for most of that heat race, as you look at the guys who just missed out, there's a pretty close there. And it's like for Felix Joseph missing out by 24 thousandths of a second. But also got the likes of Johnny Taylor, Andy Lindsay, Blake Baggett in 10th, Jason Anderson 11th. You can see Highside in 12th in the end, just ahead of Suzuki with Van Martin at the back. So can Hillman get the flow together in the semi-final? So here we are in the semi-final, starting in 8th, top 5. Make it through to the main event. So down to 16th. But you know, as everyone kind of goes wide in that first corner. What is that? He's crowd surfing. So he's down to last. He's got Van Martin in front. All riders down in front. Once again, it's messy on this opening lap. When is it not messy on an opening lap? As he cased that jump. As we've got Michael Lacey sneaking through into 11th. Oh, so keeping up with him, as you can see. Neck and neck over the jumps as well. Cooper Webb all over the place in front. So trying to hold it round the outside. But it's not working at all. He's landed on someone again. Another horrible opening lap. If he gets through to the main event, he needs to sort that out. You go to the end of the lap. They're going to make a move on a Lacey. This is in 12th, way off the transfer spots. Remember, top 5. But it is still close in front. And oh, someone's down in front as well. As they rejoin. And that's what he meant to do, triple that. And look at everyone in a row. Absolutely majestic to look at. And here comes Eyesight again on the second lap. Seems to be doing well. Just like in that heat race. As he tries to launch himself into the transfer spot. Into 5th, is he? And looks like he is. Got 4th in front of Blake Baggett. Got Patrick Elkins battling for 2nd. In front. With the Suzuki. So that's a 54.5. See, he's got the pace. And he can get it together high side. Now can he keep it together for the rest of this race? That's not a good start. Let's bag it down the inside, is he? He is. No! Onto the tough blocks. Seriously, why can he not keep it together for more than one lap? Round here. Has he got Cooper Webb behind? Trying to make it through. Just missing out at the moment. And oh, Baggett chops in front of Highside. It's once again landing that jump so awkward. Got some loose stuff there. Let's go over the whoop section near the end of the lap. And he just got 2 laps remaining after this. And look at everyone just in a line in front. It's incredibly close with Felix Joseph leading the way. Remember, he was 5th in the heat race. And oh, Baggett get it wrong. Stays upright though, does the American. As there goes the Recaro, his fellow KT. Right. Oh, he's been pushed wide by Baggett. What an arsehole. It's like down to 7th now for Highside. He's got it all to do. You've just Everyone he can't battle with round here. Seem to want him knock him off rather than actually battle. There's Cooper Webb in 5th, but for how much longer is High Side trying to force him wide? Trying to give everyone else their own medicine. As he takes back that transfer spot. But look how close it is. We're still in a line at the front. Oh, as Baggett tries to make it positions into 3rd, good move. On the Suzuki's gone to the final lap. And it's all to play for here in the semi-final. What are you doing, High Side? There you go, he gets together in the end. As he got Baggett in front though. Also got the Suzuki's, he makes it up into 3rd. Good move. Elkins in front. Felix Joseph still leading the way. Despite everything that's happened this race, he's been the consistent rider. Oh, it's High Side jumping into 2nd. Maybe trying to win this semi-final. Looking to the outside of Joseph. Looking to the inside. Takes the lead. With just 2 corners to go. This is not bad. He's turned it on just at the right moment. This goes to the final corner. Oh, massive slide. It's going to be close. But he does win the semi-final. Well, some better battling near the end as Joseph just loses out by just 1/10 of a second with Elkins in 3rd. Michael in 4th, 2 Suzuki's through to the main event. And Blake Baggett in 5th, just ahead of Cooper Webb. Jason Anderson on the Asfana having to go through the last chance qualifiers. That's a big name. Chris Porcel down in 13th with Arthur Basil out the back. So let's see if High Side can carry over his pace and his form into the main event.
The mechanics are giving their riders a last bit of encouragement. A fresh set of goggles are now in place. The engines are set to come to life, and we are ready for another round of Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Hi everybody, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Welcome to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This should be a spectacular battle for the win. Here we go. Time for the main event. Listen to that crowd. He is definitely the favorite. Let's see if he can capitalize on that energy and get the win.
As here's High Side revving up alongside Wilson in the middle of the pack. As we get underway for the main event here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's going to the first corner. Also trying to break through into the lead maybe. He takes the high line. Needs ahead of Roxon. Got Davey Millsaps up here as well as Roxon fights back. Then High Side fights back in the next corner. What a battle already between the German and the KTM man. The championship leader as well, Roxon. He's got Dungey now up to 2nd. Roxon being pushed back on this opening lap. Right, it's High Side leading. Davey Millsaps in 4th. Felix Joseph in 5th. Definitely does have the pace round here, does the Yamaha. So there we go, nice wide line into that final corner. This High Side leads by 1.1 seconds. Let's go over this first section. Not the best line, but he's upright. And he's pulled a gap on Dungey. He's doing a good job for the championship as well for High Side. And for himself as well. Remember, he's right up there as the number 1. Davey Millsaps in 4th. Joseph still in 5th. So where is Marvin? It's Jason Anderson through as well to the main event on his Husqvarna. Haven't seen him yet. Lots of questions that need to be answered as this race goes on, but this is a dream start. Alright, so this is what he needed in the heat race, in the semi-final. So start like this. Because then he can set 52s. That's a couple seconds quicker than any lap he's produced so far. And he's 2.5 seconds ahead of Dungey. Oh, and he's down though. Trying to push. Trying to push too hard there. And now here comes the champ into the lead. But still, Roxon in 2nd. There's Marvin in 5th. Ahead of Joseph. But now we've got a battle on our hands for the lead, for the win. As in next like, Highside's taking it back. As he's taking that wide line. Seems to be working for him now. Over that jump. You saw in the heats. In the semi-final, struggling with that line. Seems to be working in this final as he goes into the final corner. Such a tricky corner switching back there. Especially as it starts to get rutted up as well as this final progresses. But he's just ahead of Dungey. And almost down again in that corner. He gets it to work this time, almost a second ahead of Dungey. Let's look at that massive air. No doubt the crowd will be proud with that. Again, some more air. It's almost into the tough block. Just using it like Mario Kart, is he? Trying to put an obstacle in the way. So that's like his banana skin. Let's go over the jump into the tough blocks on the outside. Using that rear brake as well to help get that bike swing round. Because Roxon's still just 2 seconds back. So if another mistake comes from Hillman, he could be dropping to third. There we go, 53. That's better. Good way to get back into the flow round here. Oh, but he's down. There is the mistake. But he is just down to second behind Dungey. Roxon's still behind him, but still. Not a silly mistake. He's got the pace to win this. Just needs to keep upright. Where's he going? What are you doing, Eyeside? Once again, he's losing his head. Has he still got Millsaps in fourth? Marvis Marvin in third. And here's the top, in fifth, should I say. Here's the top three. So we've got one man who's clearly quicker. But just needs to cut out the mistakes. Let's see if he can do that, as Rocks are not very good over those whoop section. And into the final corner, looking down the inside of the German. Not there, and that was 4 seconds slower than his quickest. So that shows how much a mistake cost them. As now Dungey's down in that area. Pushes high side wide, and Roxon can see clear air in front. And now he's trying to gap away. 1.6 ahead as we approach the halfway mark of this main event. That's the thing about Roxon. He does not make mistakes. And no, there's another one from high side. Again, just all over the place, over that jump. I don't know what he's doing on the entry, which means he goes all over the place. As there's Dungey backing off there. Then high side down the inside, is he? As there goes. Top KTM now for Hillman. Dungey. Smithkin in fourth, but it's the Honda leading, and oh, Dungey almost wiping out Hillman. Very ambitious move there. Into the final corner, and again down in that section. What is it about that section? He's got to be mistake free now if he's going to catch Roxon. That was almost a mistake into the tough blocks. It was a mistake. It's cost him around half a second there to a second. Losing momentum there. He's now 7 seconds behind the German. Get on your bike, son. Same for Dungey. Probable win, probably chucked away thanks to countless errors now. Must be approaching double figures. Still, he's on a podium. That's the good thing. He's now 5.9 behind Roxon. We go through the final corner. 55 that lap. That's despite the mistake here as well. So that's not too bad at all. 6.3 behind Roxon. And right in the tail of Dungey, which is good. 2.9 behind Roxon. The Germans made a rare mistake then. And so the front three are back together again. What a happy family they are in Minnesota. And look at Dungey trying to take the lead from the German. Hopefully they can battle. That was high side to catch up a bit then, while they're preoccupied. Look at how Roxon putting all the defensive maneuvers on. It's just a second separating the top three. Marvin just 2.3 back. Maybe he could join in. There we go, 53 from high side. That's more like it. It's right behind Dungey now. As oh, he gets a bit out of shape. There's the number 1. And ISO trying to go down the inside, try and take second. Over the jump, which he used to have so many issues with earlier in this race. Now he's nailing it. And now he's nailing Rocks as he for the lead. Not quite. Oh, the German very harsh in defence there. As we're in the final quarter of the race now. And look at this battle for the win. Fantastic battle. Oh, Muskin. 6.1 back now. Dropping into hands of Millsaps. It's another 53. And look at that, just 0.6 behind Roxon. There we go, much better over that section. Okay, no speed into this corner though. Oh, and Dungey tried to make a move, but got chopped off sharply by Eyeside. Oh, and Dungey again trying to put his wheel where it shouldn't be. And again trying it. Dungey, you got to commit, mate, to a move. You can't be doing that, just sticking your wheel in and hoping the other guy lets you by. That's how you make a move. This ISO takes back the lead for Roxon, but only for a corner. As we've got just a minute remaining. Got a classic battle here. In Minnesota's over the work section again. High side much better than Roxon. He's going to the final corner, trying to push the German wide. As we go on to, is this the penultimate lap? It might be. As oh, Hillman takes the lead, does he? Blocks Roxon. And he does it again to the German. So we got Eyeside leading again. But just ahead of Roxon. Look at this, elbow to elbow over this section. There you go, high side into the lead now. Now can he cut out the mistakes and hold on to it as again, look how tricky he is getting on the power in that section. As he blocks Roxon. Dungey still there hovering. Never count out the number 1. Let's go into the final corner and Dungey's pushed high side round. What a cunt. As we go on to the final lap. And now that is his chance of victory gone. Thanks to Dungey finally clipping round high side. That's why he kept sticking his wheel in where it didn't belong. Has now got Seeley in 5th. Ahead of Millsaps. They are the top 2 battling hard. No, are you kidding? How is that a cut? That's high side chances of winning over then. As he goes through the final corner. He's been taking that line all race long and now suddenly he gets penalised for it. Wonderful. But he gets third as Roxon just beats Dungey. Hillman should have won it though. As Muskin 4th, Seeley 5th, Millsap 6th. It's 4 KTMs in the top 6. Then Wilson 7th, top has Varna ahead of Chad Reed. Trickle, Jason Anderson did make it through to the final. Finishes in 10th as right at the back is Weston.
Fantastic effort by these riders. They put on a great show the way they battled here tonight.
So Hillman's back into the top 5, but he should have won that race. Made way too many mistakes where Roxon didn't and just about sneaked Dungey, and he leads by 16 points now ahead of Seeley with the number 1 in 3rd, 5 points ahead of his teammate Muskin, with Jason Anderson in 6th, just 6 points off the top 5 despite not having the best event. Then Dean Wilson in 7th, Chad Reed 8th, Davey Millsaps 9th. Justin Brayton still rounds out the top 10, 4 points ahead of Blake Baggett as you scroll through the field. And we can see they're now 30 riders scored points so far this season. So it's a good result, but so disappointing as well. He should have cruised to victory, Hillman, but once again just made way too many mistakes, and all of these lost points are really adding up now. They've been at least maybe a race win already, and we're just over a third of the way through the season, as I can't believe it. By the way, so anyway, you showed that you're incredibly determined, no doubt about that, Howard, as that's how you do it. So he's still got a lot to show and he's doing his best. I can't believe it. So at least his fans were amazed by that race as we head to Atlanta and the Georgia Dome, the big jumps in Georgia. Let's see if Hillman can grab that victory that he should have this episode next time. So out for watching, we'll find out then.